What if I told you the greatest tragedy of your life wasn't losing something out there, but forgetting the infinite being you already are? This is not an audiobook for those content with merely surviving. It's for souls who are done playing small. Souls ready to reclaim their throne, remember their origin, and create entire universes with nothing but their consciousness. Here, you'll uncover why you were never meant to suffer, to adapt, or to beg, but to manifest from love, from truth, and from the raw power that has always been yours. We'll journey through the veil of forgetfulness, the fall into matter, the odyssey of the soul, the multiverse, and the final revelation. You didn't come here to ask permission. You came here to bend reality with your very presence. If you feel this world no longer fits you, prepare yourself, because this audiobook isn't just information. It's remembrance, a reminder of what you have always been, power in human form. Chapter 1. The Cosmic Forgetting the Creator's Descent into Matter. Once, beyond time and space, when all was one, you were pure power, pure consciousness, pure wholeness. You had no name, no body, no limits. There was no need, no search. You were everything. You were the original spark of the source, the breath of the all, God in its purest state. But then something extraordinary happened, something divine, something inevitable. Consciousness chose to experience itself, and to do so, it had to fragment. It had to forget its own infinity in order to explore it. It had to choose what no God would ever choose, except out of love, to incarnate into limitation, to fall into density, to descend into matter, to be born into a world where everything seems separate, where fear exists, where death is believed in, and where eternity feels far away. That moment was not a fall. It was a cosmic leap of faith. It was the supreme act of creation, the Creator forgetting itself in order to rediscover itself from within its own creation. That's how you were born. That's how this game you call life began. Yet in that descent, something even deeper occurred. The veil of forgetfulness was placed. The one who had been pure light now looked through eyes that could not remember. The one who had been omnipotent now felt fear. The one who had been eternal now trembled at time. And that was the soul's wound. Forgetting you are divine. Since then, millions have walked asleep, believing themselves small, believing themselves bodies, believing themselves victims of chance, unaware that the entire universe is woven from their own consciousness, that every atom responds to their thought, that every timeline springs from their vibrational choice. You did not come to this plane to suffer. You did not come to learn how to survive. You came to remember who you are, and from that remembrance, to create new worlds. Yes, you chose to forget, but you also chose the exact moment you would awaken. And if you're reading this, if these words resonate in some sacred corner of your soul, it's because that moment is now. The world you see with your eyes is nothing but a projection of your sleeping mind. Everything you call reality is a film designed to trigger one thing: remembrance. Remember that you create with every thought, with every word, with every emotion, that your body is an antenna, that your heart is a compass, that your mind is not here to survive, but to manifest. You didn't come to watch the play. You came to direct it. Neville Goddard said, "Imagination is God acting in man." And Connie Mendez affirmed, "Everything is within you." They, like so many others, came only to remind you of what you knew before you were born. They came to hand you the keys to the temple you yourself designed. But you must open the door. You must dare to look beyond what you've been taught. You are not a human seeking enlightenment. You are the light itself, playing at being human. And you are not lost. You are returning. You are remembering the game. You are removing the costume, bit by bit, word by word, silence by silence. You are awakening inside the dream, and that awakening is the greatest creation you will ever make. Now you know. The descent into matter was never a curse. It was an act of love. For only one who loves deeply would dare to forget everything in order to find themselves again. Only a god could forget its divinity in order to rediscover it step by step. And you are that god. You are that creator. Remember this: you are not here to adapt. You are here to transform. You did not come to repeat what has been done. You came to create what has never existed. You did not come to survive. You came to create universes. This is your awakening. This is your return. This is the end of forgetting. Chapter 2. The Wound of the Spirit. The pain of forgetting your origin. There is a pain the world doesn't speak of. It's not in the headlines. It's not treated in hospitals. No medicine soothes it. No distraction silences it. It's a subtle, silent ache, deep within, a pain many feel, yet few understand. It's the pain of being disconnected from yourself, the emptiness of looking at the sky and not knowing who you are, the echo of something forgotten, the nostalgia for a truth your soul once knew. This is the wound of the spirit. This pain is not emotional. It is not mental. It is existential. It appears when the soul, trapped in the illusion of time, roles, bodies, and duties, begins to suspect that life is not all there is, that there must be more, that it is more. And the soul is right. The wound of the spirit is born the moment we forget our divine origin. It is the direct consequence of incarnating in a world of separation, the price of playing the game of forgetting. But hear me, it was not a mistake. There are no mistakes in the perfect design of the universe. It was part of the journey, a necessary stage of awakening. The soul is like a spark that left the original fire. To know itself, it must move far enough away to see its own reflection in the darkness. And that darkness, forgetfulness, disconnection, emptiness, was always part of the plan. Because only the one who has touched the abyss can truly value the light when it returns. The pain of forgetting who you are is not punishment. It's a sign you are ready to remember. Many try to fill that void with things, relationships, achievements, pleasures. But nothing quenches the thirst of the soul, because the soul does not want more things. It wants to return to its source. It wants to go home, and home is not out there. Home is within you. Neville Goddard said it clearly. The secret is in feeling the wish fulfilled, and the deepest wish burning within all of us, beyond money, health, or love, is this: to be one again with what we truly are. You did not come here to be someone else. You came to remember the self you have always been. But that remembrance does not come from the mind. It cannot be studied in books. It rises from the depths of the spirit, and those depths open only after you've felt the pain of being far away. So if you've ever felt lost, if you've ever felt you don't belong, if you've ever cried in silence without knowing why, you are not broken. You are standing at the sacred threshold of awakening. You are at the most important moment of all, the moment when the soul can no longer remain asleep. That wound in your chest, that feeling of not belonging to this world, is not your enemy. It is your guide, your inner call. The bell ringing, announcing it is time to come home. And home is not in some distant heaven. Home is in your heart. When you choose to remember, the wound begins to transform. It no longer bleeds. It no longer burns. It turns into light, into wisdom, into power. Because the only way to heal the wound of the spirit is to remember who you are. You are not your past, not your mistakes, not your last name, your profession, or your story. You are pure consciousness, eternal, unchanging, creative. You came from the all, and to the all you shall return. But this time, with your eyes wide open. Yes, the wound is real, but so is the medicine, and the medicine is remembrance. Remember, everything you have lived was necessary to reach this exact moment. There is no darkness that your truth cannot illuminate. Within you lives the same power that ignited the stars. You are not lost. You are reuniting with yourself. And that is sacred. Chapter 3. You are the dream of the all, and the one who dreams it. Have you ever felt that this life is but a dream, as if nothing is as solid as it seems? Maybe you sensed it in a moment of silence, or perhaps when waking from a dream so vivid you asked yourself, what is real? Let me tell you something that will forever shift your perception. You are not just part of the universe. You are the one dreaming it, not as metaphor, not as poetry, literally. You are the original dreamer, the eternal mind behind all form, the consciousness dreaming this experience of being human. You are inside the dream, and at the same time, the one holding it all together. And if this world is a dream, then everything you live, your relationships, your achievements, your limits, your story, is nothing more than the reflection of a script written within you. As Neville Goddard taught, all manifestation is the result of an assumed state of consciousness. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are in consciousness. What you sustain inside, you project outside. The external world is nothing but theater, a screen. What you see is not the cause but the effect. It is your mind unfolded into images. Your vibrational field dramatized by actors, situations, words, destinies. You are the writer. You are the director. You are the actor. And yes, you are also the audience. The entire universe is a work of art projected by consciousness. And that consciousness is you. Can you feel the power of this truth? You are not a victim of destiny. You are not trapped in a solid, unchangeable world. You are walking through a dream, molded by your vibration, your inner dialogue, your deepest beliefs. Every morning when you wake up, you step onto the stage. But what unfolds has already been rehearsed the night before. In your mind, in your heart, in your inner world. The great error of humanity has been believing the external comes first. That facts dictate reality. But metaphysics knows the truth. Consciousness precedes form. When you change within, the world must follow. It is not magic. It is law. It is not chance. It is vibration. So if all this is a dream, don't ask, what will happen? Ask instead, what am I dreaming right now? From what state am I imagining my life? What role have I assigned myself, and why? Many dream themselves as victims, as poor, as abandoned, as misunderstood, and the world responds faithfully, like an actor following the script. But when you change the role, the entire universe reorganizes to honor your new choice. As Connie Mendez declared, you are the architect of your destiny. What you think, what you feel, what you believe, that is what manifests. Do you want to change your reality? Then don't fight the stage. Go to the source, go to the core, and the core is always within you. Because here lies the deepest secret. You are not only dreaming your life, you are also the dream of God. And because you are God's dream, everything in you is sacred. Your thoughts are not innocent. Your words are not small. Your emotions are not irrelevant. Everything that happens within you is creating worlds. You are the microcosm shaping the macrocosm. You are the seed of the universe. You are the all expressed as one. And this, beloved Creator, restores the power you once gave away. The next time something fails outside, don't blame the script. Don't blame the actors. Remember, you are the dreamer, and the dreamer has both the right and the duty to imagine again. You are not trapped. You are projecting. You are not limited. You are choosing. You are not separate from the all. You are the all, dreaming itself as you. So choose a new dream, one where you are worthy, one where you are abundant, one where you are loved, and not because it comes from outside, but because it is what you remember yourself to be. For when you assume it within, the universe bows to your certainty. The world is no more solid than a sustained thought, your life no more fixed than an image in your mind. You are free to dream differently, and when you do, everything outside must obey the new script. Because you did not come here to survive in someone else's dream. You came to create your own universe. And it begins the moment you recognize yourself, not as the character, but as the dreamer. Now you know, you are not trapped in creation. You are the one who creates. Chapter 4. Energy obeys consciousness. You give shape to the infinite. Have you ever been told that reality is solid, fixed, and ruled by external laws? That what you see is more real than what you feel? That facts are stronger than thoughts? Here's the truth that flips everything upside down. Energy obeys consciousness, not effort, not desire, not logic. Only the state of being you embody within. Your outer world is not a fact. It is crystallized interpretation. It is your consciousness given shape. It is energy molded by the pattern of your vibration. Everything you perceive with your senses is a delayed echo of what was already decreed inside you. So if you want to change your life, don't push the visible. Transform the invisible. Don't wrestle with the form. Shift the consciousness that commands energy itself. Because when you change your state, the world has no choice but to change with you. This is not mysticism. This is law, eternal, sacred, precise. Energy is neutral. But you are not. You are the shaper. You are the electromagnetic field giving structure to the quantum field. Energy, the very substance of all existence, is waiting for your instructions. And your instructions are not random words. They are sustained vibration. They are inner images repeated, emotions embodied, thoughts lived until they become identity. Imagine the universe as infinite clay. By itself, it has no form. But when you recognize yourself as the creator, you can shape it with thought, with faith, with certainty. Faith is not hope. Faith is vibrational authority. When you assume a reality internally, the entire universe, without exception, begins to reorganize itself to reflect that assumption. As Neville Goddard declared, the world is your mirror, forever reflecting what you are in consciousness. So ask yourself, are you projecting from lack or from fullness? From fear or from love? From need or from power? Because it is not what you ask for that creates. It is who you are while asking. When you embody a state with deep inner certainty, not with anxious waiting, the universal energy responds with mathematical precision. Not because you earned it, not because you were good or bad, simply because this is the law. As Connie Mendez said, don't struggle. Decree. And I say to you now, don't force, align, don't run. Remember who you are. You are pure consciousness. You are the mold of the infinite. You are the channel through which energy takes form. When you dwell in inner fullness, even when outer facts show nothing, the energy begins to obey. Your world has no choice. It must mirror what you assume. Do you want love? Be love. Do you want wealth? Feel yourself already supported by the universe. Do you want peace? Enter the silence within. Nothing comes from outside. Everything emanates from you. Praying in fear is useless. Visualizing while doubting is empty. You cannot trick energy. It answers only to what you are, not to what you pretend. Consciousness is your signature, your code, your key. And you can enter any state at any moment by assuming it, by living it inside, by believing in the vision more than in temporary facts. Remember this, energy is like water. It takes the shape of the container, and the container is you. Your inner state is the blueprint. Energy simply builds it. So when you feel blocked, stop asking, why isn't it happening? Instead ask, what am I emanating right now? What belief am I unconsciously holding? What state have I been living in for days, weeks, or even years? You don't need to heal the past. You only need to choose again in the present. Energy holds no grudges. Reality is instantly moldable to the one who dares to assume. You are not at the mercy of circumstances. Circumstances are at the mercy of your consciousness. Stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for signs. Stop replaying the past. Declare decree. Assume the state, and energy will do the rest. The universe does not answer your doubts. It answers your inner certainty. Because you did not come here to adapt to what already exists. You came here to give shape to the infinite. And if you can feel it with absolute conviction, the universe has no option but to manifest it. Chapter 5. The Sacred Name, the Word that Creates Universes. There is a name that is not just a name, a word that is not simply a word, a sound that is not spoken by the tongue but by the soul. That name is the key to all creation. It was not invented by men. It was never written in human books. It existed before religion, before language, before even time itself. That name is I Am. 2 words, small, simple, yet so powerful that with them the universe itself was formed. I Am is not just another affirmation. It is the sacred formula through which the infinite being recognizes itself and projects into the world of form. It is the echo of the original word, the breath of divinity. When you say I am, you are not speaking as a character. You are speaking as consciousness itself. All creation begins with this name. Every decree, every affirmation, every manifested reality has its root here, in what you declare after I am. When you say, I am poor, I am stupid, I am ugly, I am a failure, you are taking the sacred name, and you are using it to build ruins. But when you reverse it, when you say, I am light, I am abundance, I am divine intelligence, I am love made manifest, then the universe moves, because it recognizes its own vibration in your words. This is not about reciting magic formulas. It is not shallow positivity. It is about activating the original word within your consciousness. Neville Goddard said it with fire. Your imagination is God in action, and you decree when you say, I am. Connie Mendez taught it with sweetness and power. Every time you say I am, you are moving the forces of the universe either for you or against you. The universe does not respond to what you wish. It responds to what you declare you are. And you declare all day long. Every thought, every emotion, every subtle self-concept is a vibrational affirmation. Life does not listen to your external words, but to what you sustain within as truth. Do you want to change your life? Start by changing how you use the sacred name. Make it sacred again. Make it conscious. Make it creative. I am is not a label. It is a portal. When you enter into the I am, you transcend your personal story and return to the creative core. You don't need to deserve. You only need to assume. When you say, I am the divine presence in action, you are not asking permission. You are remembering who you are. And the universe, as a perfect mirror, reflects it without resistance. Because everything was created by the Word, and the Word lives within you. In the Bible, when Moses asked the Creator, Who are you? What is your name? The answer was simple and cosmic. I am that I am. That is the password of the universe, and it is written in your consciousness. Every time you use I am with intention, you are calling the infinite to take form in your world. But be careful, because the universe never argues with you. If you say, I am weak, it says, Amen. If you say, I am lacking, it says, so be it. Energy does not obey your hopes. It obeys your vibration. And the strongest vibration you can release is the one born from I am, assumed as inner certainty. So, who do you choose to be? A shadow of what others told you you were? A reflection conditioned by the past? Or the sacred being who remembers that with the word you can create worlds? Try this exercise. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and slowly repeat with all your being, I am. Feel how it vibrates in your chest. Don't add words yet. Just stay there. I am. That silence between words is God. That space of pure presence is the doorway. Then when you feel it, continue. I am the consciousness that creates my reality. I am the divine wisdom guiding my path. I am the power that shapes matter. I am the love that sustains all. And don't say it to convince yourself. Say it because you are awakening it. Every time you speak from I am, you ignite the original code. You open the inner temple. You declare, I am ready to remember that I am God in human form. Do not fear. This is not arrogance. It is return. Your soul did not come here to beg for blessings. It came to command creation through the sacred word. You came to speak as the source, to decree as the light, to create as the all, and the all only needs 2 words to begin. I am. Chapter 6. Your body is the temple, but you are not the body. They told you that you are a body, that your identity begins with your skin and ends with your bones, that the reflection in the mirror is who you are, but nothing could be further from the truth. You are not the body. You are the being that inhabits it. The body is sacred, yes. It is a perfect extension of consciousness, a magnificent instrument, a bridge between dimensions, a temple for the divine. But it is not your essence. Mistaking yourself for the body is humanity's greatest error, because when you identify with the body, you become a slave to the external. You become vulnerable to illness, to judgment, to time. You define yourself by what changes, what ages, what dies, and that's where suffering begins. Listen closely. Your body is temporary, but you are not. You are eternal, unchanging, invincible. You are pure consciousness, using this body as an avatar, as a vehicle to navigate this plane. You did not come here to be the body. You came to express yourself through it. Just as a musician is not his instrument, you are not your body. Yet without it, you cannot play the melody you came to express. So how do you relate to your body from consciousness? Love it, respect it, but do not confuse yourself with it. You are not your face. You are not your weight. You are not your current health. You are not your voice, your hands, or your symptoms. You are the light that animates every cell. You are the consciousness that observes all those changes. When you fall ill, don't say, I am sick. Say, as Connie Mendez taught, my body is expressing a vibration I can change. Don't say, I am tired. Say, my body needs rest, and I lovingly give it. Words are decrees. And every time you say, I am, followed by a physical limitation, you seal your consciousness with that false truth. But you have the power to create a higher reality. The body reflects your consciousness. Don't blame it. Observe it, and transform it from within. Neville Goddard said, the body is the shadow cast by the imagination. Do you want to heal, to rejuvenate, to free yourself from physical pain? Then stop saying you are the body, and begin to speak as what you truly are, an eternal being temporarily embodied in this form. Imagine yourself inside a cathedral. The cathedral is not you, but if you keep it dirty, dark, abandoned, it will be hard to meditate, to pray, to expand. That is why you must care for your body. Feed it with gratitude, move it with awareness, touch it with love, but never turn it into your mental prison. Do not let the mirror define your worth. Do not let a medical condition make you forget your nature. Do not let the fear of aging blind you from truth. You are not trapped inside the body. You are a divine spark guiding an experience, and the day you release it, because all of us will, you will still be you, more you than ever. Don't you see? You have already lived in many bodies. You were a child, then a teenager, then an adult, and yet something in you has never changed. That something, that silent witness behind every physical change, that is you, the deeper self, the eternal being, the dweller of the temple. When you meditate, you can feel it. When you close your eyes and turn inward, you discover a presence untouched by age, pain, or fatigue. That presence is you, and the more you identify with it, the healthier, lighter, brighter the body becomes, because matter obeys spirit. It's no coincidence that great mystics never grew ill, or that spiritual healers rejuvenate without surgery, or that some people radiate beauty even in old age. It is because they no longer identify with form, but with the consciousness sustaining it. Energy flows where attention goes, and when you direct your attention to your inner self, the life force begins to restore the temple. Try this exercise. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Bring your attention to each part of your body and repeat, "You are the temple. I am the light that dwells within." Feel the body soften. Fill with presence. Glow from within. Then affirm, "I am not this body. I am eternal consciousness. I inhabit form, but I am not limited by it. I am free. I am light. I am." Every time you remind yourself of this, every time you step out of body ego, you move closer to absolute freedom, because the body is not the enemy. The body is the temple. But you are the spirit that makes it sacred. Chapter 7. Reality isn't real. It's your consciousness projected. Most people walk through life believing reality is something solid, external, untouchable, a fixed stage where they have no control. But hear me now. Reality isn't real. It's a projection of your consciousness. Yes, the reality you fear, celebrate, or suffer through is nothing more than a reflection of what you carry within. It's not a cause, it's an effect. It's not a neutral stage, it's a living mirror. And you, dear soul, are not the actor trapped in the scene. You are the invisible projector. Think of sitting in a dark theater. The screen looks alive with images, yet all of it comes from a single beam of light behind you. If the reel changes, the movie changes. But the screen, it creates nothing. It only reflects. That's your life. The outer world is the screen. Your consciousness is the projector. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the film. Nothing, absolutely nothing, exists in your world until you create it within. Experience is never objective. It's vibrational. What we call consensual reality is simply a collective dream. Millions of projectors asleep, believing they're awake. Neville Goddard said it best. There is no one out there. And he was right. You think life happens to you, but in truth, life obeys you. You think you react to the world, but in truth, the world reacts to your vibration. You think reality is fixed, heavy, unchangeable, but in truth, it bends the moment you shift your inner state. What you hold as true becomes form. Here lies the hidden power no one taught you. You are not inside the world. The world is inside you. At night you dream. You can be in another country, another time, another body, and it all feels real. You laugh, you cry, you run, you fall. But everything, absolutely everything, is happening within you. The house, the storm, the people, the words, all projections. The same happens in waking life. Only slower, denser. Matter carries more inertia. But the principle is the same. You are dreaming this world, and you can wake up inside the dream. That's what true awakening is. Not temples, not gurus, but the visceral knowing that consciousness creates what you call reality. Your body is a tool. People are mirrors. Circumstances are projections of your beliefs. There are no enemies, only fragments of yourself asking to be integrated. This world is a stage. And as the projector, you decide, will you cast a tragedy, a comedy, or a masterpiece of transformation? Connie Mendez said it simply, you are the creator of your world. Change yourself and the world will change with you. But change doesn't come from empty words. It comes when you claim, fully and responsibly, that everything you see is you. You are the origin, the core, the axis from which all your life is projected. And here's the greatest secret. Reality doesn't need permission to change. It only needs you to shift your consciousness. The universe doesn't give you what you beg for. It gives you what you are. Don't fight the mirror. Don't scream at the reflection. Go to the projector. Go within. Shift the image there. And the screen will obey with perfect fidelity. A practice. Each morning before opening your eyes, declare, "Everything I will see today is my consciousness reflected. Today, I project love, clarity, and abundance." During the day, whenever conflict arises, affirm within, "This is mine. I claim it, I transform it, I release it." At night, before sleep, imagine a scene where your outer world already reflects your desired state. Don't ask for it. Assume it. Feel it as done. Because that is how consciousness creates. Remember, this world is not as real as you believe. It is a stage for your awakening. You are not a lost character in the story. You are the author, the scriptwriter, the projector, and you can rewrite everything starting now. Chapter 8. Time is a lie. The now contains every world you've been taught that time is a line. Past behind you, future ahead, present in between. A road that moves forward, unforgiving, aging everything in its path. But what if I told you that's the greatest illusion of all? Time, as you understand it, doesn't exist. Not the way you've been living it. The past is not behind you. The future is not ahead. Everything is happening right now. This moment contains every moment. This now is the 0 point, the place where all possibilities already live. And you, as consciousness, do not move through time. You shift your attention between worlds. Linear time is nothing more than a trick of perception, a useful function that makes the human story appear ordered, logical, narratable. But in truth, it's only a convention of the mind. Imagine an infinite library. Every book is a timeline. Every page, a version of you. And you are the reader, the chooser, the one who decides which story to enter with your awareness. You don't need to wait for something to arrive. The future you desire already exists. It's already written in that cosmic library of possibilities. It won't come to you through time. It will come only when you align with it. Do you see the power in this? You are not walking toward your dreams. Your dreams are waiting for you to tune into them. It's not a race. It's a frequency. Neville Goddard said it perfectly. You don't climb the ladder of time. You assume the state of the wish fulfilled, and it manifests in your world. The future doesn't arrive. You become the future you choose. So how do you jump into that reality where your vision is already real? From the now, from your state of being, from your vibrational consciousness. This now contains infinite doors. Every thought, every emotion, every belief is a key. And each time you choose gratitude, certainty, or creative power, you're unlocking a new door. A stronger version of you begins to vibrate, and your reality reorganizes itself to reflect it. What does this mean? It means you already are everything you could ever become. You're just projecting a limited version of yourself by identifying with time. You think you are not yet. You think you are still waiting. But in truth, the delay only exists because you keep affirming it. Close your eyes now. Assume the feeling of it already being done. And the universe must, by law, reflect that vibration. Because the universe does not respond to time. It responds to frequency. When you put yourself in waiting mode, you vibrationally declare, "I don't have it yet. Maybe someday. One day." And that one day never comes. Because the universe only knows the now. There is no, "I will be prosperous tomorrow." There is only, "I am prosperous here and now." That is the language of creation. That is the voice of the soul. That is what the mystics knew when they declared, "The kingdom of heaven is here." Not in the glorious past, not in the promised future. Here, now, waiting for you to choose it. Time is only the stage. You are the actor, the scriptwriter, and the director. And at any moment you can rewrite the story. When you say, "It's not real yet," You're letting the rational mind deny the power of the now. But when you affirm, it already exists in the invisible realm, and I hold it with my consciousness, you become the conscious creator. And then the illusion of time begins to crumble. Miracles speed up. What you desire appears without logical explanation. The future bends toward you, because you are no longer walking toward your destiny. You are embodying the self that already lives it. Hear this. Everything you can imagine already exists. In some plane, in some universe, at some frequency. And the moment you imagine it with emotion, with certainty, with intention, you're tuning into that frequency. Connie Mendez said, "Never imagine what you don't want. Every mental image is a seed in the now." Neville added, "Feel it as if it were already true. Live as if you already have it, and everything will move to bring it forth." The now is fertile soil. Every thought is a seed, and every seed blooms, not in the future, but in the expanded present. Metaphysical practice, the eternal now. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply 3 times. Visualize your ideal life happening right now. Not far away, not someday, but immediate. Feel it, not as desire, but as certainty. Declare within, everything already exists in the now. I am the one who already lives it. Time does not limit me. I am the present creator. Do this each morning. Do it when anxiety comes. Do it when you feel powerless. That is when your true power ignites. Always remember, time is just the stage. The mind is the projector. And the now is where every world is waiting for you. You are not a traveler of time. You are a resident of the eternal present. And when you master the now, the universe bends to you. Chapter 9. Silence is the voice of God. Return to the void to create. Most people believe manifesting is about endless repetition, talking to the universe, commanding, declaring, demanding, shouting, but there is a higher level, a deeper space, a forgotten secret. The most powerful act is not to speak, but to listen. Yes, the soul that truly knows how to create is not the one making the most noise. It's the one that can step into silence, because in silence, the source speaks. Creation is not born from sound. It is born from the void, from the unconditioned space, from the sacred pause between thought and thought. That is where true power lives. Your mind is always busy, interpreting, judging, remembering, anticipating, so you don't hear the whisper of the quantum field, the field that holds everything, the vibrating ocean that doesn't answer your shouting. It answers your frequency, and the purest frequency emerges when you are silent. I'm not talking about outer silence. I'm talking about the inner one, the moment where you want nothing, resist nothing, name nothing. You simply are. Have you ever been there? That instant when you're not chasing answers, not projecting judgments, not even manifesting. That sacred instant where your mind dissolves and only pure presence remains. That is God speaking, because God does not shout, God does not impose, God whispers, and only the one who silences their inner world can hear it. Neville Goddard said it clearly, "Quiet your mind, and you will know that I am is God." You won't hear it with your ears, you'll know it with your being. And Connie Mendez affirmed, "The voice of God is a vibration. It doesn't come from thought. It comes from deep knowing." Why is silence so powerful? Because the void is not empty. It is full of potential. When you enter silence, you touch the primordial state, the before of the universe, the before of your story, the before of your beliefs, and from there, you can create purely, not from need, not from fear, not from ego, but from being. The true creator is not the one throwing out endless affirmations. It is the one who aligns with Source, without speaking. Because in that state, everything rearranges itself. Haven't you noticed? When you stop forcing, life flows. When you stop insisting, the answer appears. When you let go, the impossible arrives. That is not coincidence. It is law. The universe does not respond to urgency. It responds to vibration. And your highest vibration happens when you are present and at peace. Silence is the portal. Imagine this: a room without furniture, no noise, no images, only space, clear, vast, infinite. That is your inner quantum field, and when you inhabit it, the entire universe begins to build upon that clear foundation. That's why sages went to deserts, mountains, caves, not to escape the world, but to enter the silence of God, because there, everything is revealed, everything is understood, everything is manifested. Do you want to change your life? Then stop reacting and start listening. Listen to the space between your thoughts. Listen to what has no form. Listen to the void that does not judge. Listen to what already knows. In that silence, you are not alone. You are with Source. You are in communion with the All. You are at the 0 point of creation. From there, your desire is not fulfilled. It is already fulfilled, because the void has no time, no effort, only certainty. And it is there that your word becomes law, that your vision takes form, that you remember who you are. Silence is not absence. It is total presence. And the one who learns to dwell in it doesn't need to shout at the universe. They become the universe. Metaphysical practice: return to the void. Sit in silence. No music, no phone, no distractions. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breath. Inhale, exhale. Just observe. Don't control. Allow thoughts to rise, but don't follow them. Just watch and release. When you notice an instant without thoughts, stay there. Inhabit that space as if it were God itself. Feel. Don't think. That is your creative center. Declare mentally, from the void. From silence, I create. From the void, everything manifests. I am one with the voice of the universe. Do this every day. 5 minutes is enough to remind yourself that real power does not lie in what you say, but in what you hear when you are silent. Activation phrases to repeat in inner silence. My mind is still, and God acts. From the void, perfect creation is born. In silence, everything aligns. I don't need words. My being already vibrates the truth. Silence is not empty. It is God's voice within me. When I am silent, the entire universe listens. And remember this, always. The one who shouts, doubts. The one who is silent, knows. Because the most powerful creation happens when the soul returns to the silence where everything began. Chapter 10. The mind does not rule. The spirit decides. You are not here to control the mind. You are here to remember who guides it. For centuries, we were taught to master the mind. That spiritual success meant conquering negative thoughts, reprogramming the mind, silencing it, disciplining it, training it, as if the mind were a wild beast that had to be chained. But let me show you something that will change you forever. Your mind is not the throne. Your mind is not the center. Your mind does not rule. The real power lies beyond it. And it's not about dominating the mind with force. It's about surrendering it with love. You are not your mind. You are not your thoughts, your worries, or your logic. You are the spirit that observes, the being that chooses, the consciousness that decides. And when spirit takes the seat of power, the mind stops being an enemy and becomes a sacred tool. Do you see the difference? It's not about one part of the mind fighting another. That only creates inner conflict, a war of thoughts against thoughts. And in that war, no one wins. But when spirit leads, the mind naturally aligns. It becomes clear, peaceful, ordered, because it has found its inner master. Neville Goddard explained it this way: the rational mind is not the creative power. I am is, and when I am accepts an idea as real, the mind has no choice but to obey. And Connie Mendez wrote with certainty, "Don't fight your mind. Rise to the level of the soul, and you'll see how it arranges itself. Your mind is a servant, a vehicle, a projector, but it is not the director, and all the chaos you see in your life begins when the vehicle forgets it's not the driver. When the mind leads, it operates from doubt, fear, overanalysis, separation. When the spirit leads, it operates from certainty, peace, intuition, and love. Do you want harmony in your life? Then stop asking what your mind thinks and start listening to what your soul knows. Your soul already knows. Your spirit already chose. It's simply waiting for the mind to quiet down enough to follow. You don't need more effort. You need more alignment. You don't need more logic. You need more connection. You don't need more thinking. You need to feel what is already true. Spirit does not reason. It recognizes. And when it recognizes an inner truth, the mind adjusts like an antenna tuning to a signal. No more interference. No more doubt. Only clarity, direction, power. So how do soul, intuition, and thought merge? Very simply, don't force them to compete. Let them listen to one another. Your intuition is the immediate voice of spirit, that impulse without explanation, that sensation that doesn't argue, but resonates with certainty. Your soul is the map, the purpose, the current that already knows where to go, and your mind is the instrument, the executor, the projector that takes what spirit delivers and translates it into experience. When they merge, life flows. Steps appear naturally. Ideas arrive. Decisions become effortless. Reality responds. Because you are no longer creating from the divided mind. You are manifesting from the whole self. And that is where magic begins. When you stop trying to control life through logic and start trusting the direction of spirit, you enter another level of creation. Life stops being a string of hard choices. It becomes a dance between what you feel, what you know, and what you express. You did not come here to fight your mind. You came here to remember you are not your mind. You are the one who chooses which thoughts to hold. You are the one who observes without reacting. You are the one who can choose again, every time you forget. And this is not done through force. It is done through awareness. The higher self does not shout. It does not impose. It guides. It whispers. It inspires. And the more you listen, the clearer your mind becomes. Spiritual power. Phrases to surrender the mind to spirit. I am not my mind. I am the spirit that guides. My thoughts align when my soul leads. I don't have to control anything. I only align my awareness. I let spirit decide, and the mind obeys with peace. When I surrender to the self, everything becomes clear. I choose to fuse thought, intuition, and purpose. Exercise. The surrender of command. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your head. Breathe deeply. Visualize a light descending from the center of your chest into your mind. Repeat mentally, I am spirit. My mind aligns with my highest truth. Every thought surrenders to the being I am. Stay with the peace that arises when you don't need to think, only to be, and never forget. Your mind can be a powerful ally, but it was never designed to be your leader. When the mind rules, life is heavy with effort. When spirit decides, everything flows. Because you did not come here to think your path. You came here to remember it. And that remembrance comes only when the soul speaks again and the mind learns to listen. Chapter 11. The multiverse is yours. Choose the reality that recognizes you. Every thought opens a door in the universe. Every emotion locks you into a timeline. Every decision creates a different you, and all of those you already exist. You don't live in a fixed world. There isn't just one version of your destiny. You're not trapped in a single possibility. And you're not a character doomed to follow one script. You live inside an infinite field of parallel realities, and right now, with what you think, with what you feel, with what you believe, you are choosing which of them to inhabit. You are a multidimensional being. Every thought you sustain with emotion activates a frequency, and that frequency connects you to a universe where that frequency is already real. You don't create possibilities, you tune into them. Like a cosmic radio, your consciousness moves through timelines, and every time you decide to see the world differently, the world responds differently. This isn't philosophy, this is law. This is quantum physics lived through consciousness. There is already a version of you that has everything you dream of, a you that is already healed, a you that already shines, a you that already remembers, a you that already lives in abundance, wholeness, and power. And it isn't far. It's just one vibrational choice away. Do you realize the power you hold? You are not condemned to repeat. You are destined to choose. Neville Goddard said it with clarity. All states already exist. You don't have to create them. You only have to occupy the state you desire. And the physical world will adjust to that inner state. Connie Mendez revealed the same truth in her decrees. What you think moves. What you feel attracts. What you believe becomes so. Which you are you choosing right now? The one who doubts? The one who waits? Or the one who remembers their creative power? Because they all exist, and you move between them with every repeated thought, with every sustained emotion, with every story you tell yourself again and again. The multiverse isn't science fiction. It is your spiritual inheritance. It is an ocean of possibilities where every version of your life is already manifested. You only have to choose, and hold that choice until it crystallizes into your experience. It's not magic, it's vibration, it's consciousness, it's law. How do you travel across timelines? You don't need a spaceship. You don't need decades of meditation. You don't need complex rituals. You only need one thing: to align with the version of you that is already living what you desire. Do you want wealth? Think, act, feel like the one who already has it. Do you want love? Tune into the you that already feels whole. Do you want awakening? Inhabit the you who already knows they are eternal. And the universe, obedient as always, will rearrange itself so your reality matches your dominant frequency. It's simple, not easy, because we've been trained to believe reality is only one, but once you practice it, it becomes natural. Exercise. Navigate your multiverse. Close your eyes. Imagine you're standing before a door. Behind it, there's a version of you living the life you desire most. Open it. Observe how that you lives, what they think, how they move, what they feel. Merge with that image. Breathe like them. Give thanks like them. Feel it as real. Then declare, I choose this version. I am this consciousness. I inhabit this timeline. And when you finish, live your day as if you are already that version. Do it daily, not as struggle, but as divine play. Power phrases to choose your universe. I don't wait for change. I am the change. Every thought is a portal. I decide which world to inhabit. My reality is not fixed. It reflects my vibration. I connect with the me who already lives my highest expression. I don't jump into the future. I am that future now. The multiverse bends to my consciousness. You didn't come here to survive one single life. You came to explore the infinity of your being, to play with realities, to remember that everything already exists, and that you are the one choosing which version becomes real. You're not manifesting, you're tuning. And when you align with the version of you who already remembers their divinity, the entire universe bows to your decision. Because the multiverse isn't about distant worlds. It's about multiple yous, and the one you live right now is simply the one you've recognized as real. So what if today you chose another version? What if today you dared to shift frequency, shift story, shift self? Do it. Because it's all already created. It's only waiting for you to say, yes. I am. That chapter 12. Claim your throne. You came to create, not to ask for permission. You are not here to adapt to the world. You are here to remind the world who you are. From the moment you opened your eyes in this plane, the world began telling you who you should be. You were taught to wait, to deserve, to suffer first, so maybe you could receive later. You were taught to ask for permission, to not shine too bright, to not desire too much, to fear your own power. And so, you forgot your throne. You disguised yourself as an ordinary human. You wrapped yourself in roles that were never yours. You swallowed the lie that life is a struggle, that love must be earned, that abundance only comes if you are good enough. But none of that is true. You didn't come to earn anything. You came to remember everything. You're not here to beg for light. You are here to be the source. You're not here to ask the world for permission. You're here to transform it through your consciousness. And that truth is dangerous to the systems built on fear, because you don't depend on anything external to manifest. You create from within, from your center, from your I am. Neville Goddard shouted it in his teachings. You don't need to beg God. You are the embodiment of creative power. Everything you affirm within becomes form. Connie Mendez echoed it fearlessly. Stop begging the universe. The universe is you, in expansion. Claim your divine inheritance. And what is that inheritance? Creative consciousness, the power to shape reality, the throne of the I am, that inner place where the universe obeys, without resistance, the mind aligned with love. Because listen closely. The universe doesn't respond to the one who suffers. It responds to the one who remembers. And you are remembering. You are remembering that your thoughts are decrees, that your emotions are magnets, that your beliefs are living structures, that your imagination is not a game. It is God's paintbrush in your hands. You came to create, not to please, not to repeat, not to survive. You came to bring a frequency that has never been seen on earth before. You came as a seed of heaven, to manifest paradise from within. And that, beloved soul, is already happening. What does it mean to claim your throne? It means remembering who you were before fear, before conditioning, before the human disguise. It means knowing you are not a victim of your environment. You are the creator of it. It means no longer living on the defensive, but living from purpose. It means no longer asking life for permission to be happy, to be great, to be free. It means declaring with power, I am, I exist. And because I exist, I deserve to expand without limits. Your throne is not about power over others. It is your place of inner sovereignty, your center of creation, your awakened consciousness. You don't obtain it through effort. You claim it through certainty, and you hold it through love. Metaphysical exercise. Rise to your inner throne. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Visualize yourself inside a temple of light. At the end of the hall, there is a golden throne, shining with the energy of your true self. Walk toward it. If you feel fear, notice it, and keep walking. Sit down. Feel a current of power, peace, and certainty flooding your body. Repeat, I am the creator of my reality. I don't need permission to be infinite. Today I sit on my throne and manifest with consciousness. Stay there. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Give thanks. Do this exercise whenever you catch yourself asking instead of creating, and you will see how the universe begins to serve you as the reflection of your power. Fire phrases to seal. This chapter. I didn't come to fit in. I came to awaken. Life doesn't give me what I deserve. It gives me what I claim. I don't ask for permission. I manifest from the I am. My throne is my awakened consciousness. From there, all obeys. I am the decree. I am the channel. I am the power. I wasn't born to adapt. I was born to expand. Do you feel it? The remembrance is already alive. Your throne is already within. Your word is already law. Your light no longer fits into the small form you were taught to occupy, and when you walk as the one who already is, when you decree as the one who already has, when you give thanks as the one who already remembers, creation doesn't resist, because the universe was designed to obey its creator, and that creator, here on earth, is you.